Hey everyone, it's Angela, Create Your Future. Thanks for being here, guys. So in our video today, I am talking about thought transmission. I have had some people request that I make more videos on this topic, and so that's what I'm going to cover today. Thought transmission is amazing. Everyone is interested in this subject. But I want to tell you, thought transmission is not magic. It's not voodoo. It's not woo-woo. It is simply the basis of how law of assumption works. It is how the universe works. It is how your life unfolds, okay? Your thoughts are energy. Everything in this universe is energy. And so you are simply working with this as you wake up to this understanding, working with this law, the law of assumption, the law of manifestation, the law. You're working with it and learning how to be aware and conscious of your thoughts, okay? So thought transmission is always happening. It's happening whether you're aware of it or not. It is how your life is unfolding. And most of the time, most of us are living life on autopilot until something shows up, something that gets our attention where we need to understand more of what's going on in this world, what's going on in our life. How can we have an impact on things in our life from within, right? Through faith, through understanding this process. So I'm going to start with a book. I have shared from this book before. It is by William Walker Atkinson. It is called Thought Vibration, the Law of Attraction in the Thought World. This is a really old book, or it was published many years ago, 1908, actually. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to start, I'm reading from chapter 2, How Thought Waves Traverse the Sea of Mind. Like a stone thrown into the water, thought produces ripples and waves which spread out over the great ocean of thought. There is this difference, however. The waves on the water move only on a level plane in all directions, whereas thought waves move in all directions from a common center, just as do the rays from the sun. Just as we here on earth are surrounded by a great sea of air, so we are surrounded by a great sea of mind. Our thought waves move through this vast mental ether, extending, however, in all directions. These thought waves have other qualities differing from the waves of the water. They have the property of reproducing themselves. In this respect, they resemble sound waves rather than waves upon the water. Just as a note of a violin will cause the thin glass to vibrate and sing, so will a strong thought tend to awaken similar vibrations. Okay, so your thoughts are energy, vibrations of energy, and you are living in this sea of energy. We are all living in this sea of energy, okay? And you are at the core connected to everything through the energy of your thoughts. Because remember, the true reality is what is in here. Everything external, including your body, including your emotions, everything is just an illusion coming from this internal story. So the real reality is the energy of your inner man. It is the energy of your thoughts within. And it is connecting you to everything. Now, there's a reference in there that talks about like the rays of the sun, right? You internally are the sun. And your thoughts are moving out like the rays of the sun, connecting you to different realities, to different experiences, to different outcomes. Everything is swirling around. All of this energy, the energetic potential, we say, past, present, and future, is swirling around you. And you are the center of your universe because you put attention on certain things and you align with those experiences. And then you see the illusion, the outward manifestation of your internal experience through your thoughts, through the transmission of thoughts. So every person in your reality is showing up, reflecting your internal story. the story that you have about them. When you are thinking things in particular about someone, whether it is good or bad, you are speaking to that version of someone. So if you are ruminating in the worry, in the fear, in the old story revolving around a fight, a breakup, a third party, you are speaking to that version of someone. Internally, you're connecting, and that person is going to continue to show up in that version, right? Because that is thought transmission, that energy within you that is all bound up in fear, doubt, worry, cheating, unfaithfulness, whatever. That energy is speaking to that person, right? It's always happening. So as you understand this process, as you move into a deeper understanding about law of assumption, law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, you have to become aware that your energetic thoughts, the power within you, is connecting you and speaking always to everything in your reality. That is how thought transmission is working always. Now, on the other end of this, the people that we're thinking about, they get thoughts based on what we're thinking about, but it comes into their experience as if it's their idea. So if you're thinking, I know that my SP chooses me, I know that my SP loves me, I know that my SP wants me, they're thinking from the perspective, I choose that person, I love that person, I want that person, right? It's coming into their thinking from the perspective that it's their idea, but they're simply reflecting back to you your choice and thoughts, right? So try to always stay aware of what you're thinking about. I simply remind myself when I begin to go down that negative story, because sometimes it's just habit, right? And we find ourselves get caught up in that. I remind myself, is that what I want? Because I'm asking for more of it. I am telling the universe, I'm telling that version of whoever I'm thinking about, oh, continue doing what you're doing. Continue showing up that way. It's a very quick reminder to shift that thinking. Now, I also want to add that the most important part of thought transmission is how you're talking to yourself. You should be talking to yourself from the perspective that you are worthy, that you are deserving, that you can have, do, be anything, that nothing is off limits to you. You should be building up your inner man, growing the strength, growing the understanding of this process, and building yourself up with your thoughts, because you are truly the center of your universe. You are the sun in your reality. And so you have to be responsible with how you talk to yourself. Remind yourself that you can have your desire, that your desire wants you, that your desire exists now, that it's moving through you, that you're creating it, that you're aligning with it. Build yourself up in the faith, the trust, the confidence in this process. Talk to yourself so that you strengthen your inner man. Also, talk to yourself from the perspective that, of course, you can have anything that you want and you are worthy of it. You deserve it. There is nothing that is off limits to you, that you can have any experience, you can have any relationship, you can have any job, you can have any amount of money. Remind yourself continually that no one, nothing outside of you is against you. It's only you against you. And so build yourself up. Be on your team, right? Be on your side and build yourself up. Create the belief within that you can have anything, that you can have any desire, and that it's moving through you. So guys, I mean, since I have understood law of assumption, I have countless stories of thought transmission. I have seen family members recover from sicknesses. I have seen amazing things happen with money. I have seen relationships healed. I have had people change plans and change, circumstances based on my thoughts. I have had people turn to me and repeat word for word something that I was thinking about, had in my mind in the moment that I thought it. I've had so many very obvious things show up that just reminded me my thoughts created that. My thoughts align me with that experience. My thoughts are transmitting, and this experience showed up because of it. It's always happening. It's always happening. All we're doing as we begin to consciously practice to consciously manifest and create is becoming aware of our thoughts, becoming aware of how this works, becoming aware of the fact that our thoughts are always being overheard, that our thoughts are always transmitting, and that everyone in our reality is picking up on them. And everything is picking up on your thoughts. Money, you should be affirming all the time that money loves you, that money is easy to come by, that money wants you, that large amounts of money come into your reality. Speak positive things about money. Speak about the job that you want. Speak about loving your job, having a job that you love, having a job that brings in lots of money. Speak about your family. Every day, I think and speak to my children and tell them that they're safe, they're healthy, and they're well. I speak to those that I care about because I'm speaking to that version. I'm speaking to the version of my children and my loved ones that I'm saying, I want you to be healthy. I want you to be safe. I want you to be well. I'm believing in confidence and faith that my thoughts are connecting to that version, the version of my family, my loved ones that are healthy, safe, and well. Speak to your pets. I have had thoughts about my pets and had things show up to demonstrate that it was working, that it had an effect on my pets. Everything. I cannot tell you how amazing it is to actually be able to do this, right? You're doing it all the time. Most of us, as I said, unconsciously. But as you step into this and understand that you consciously can be aware of thoughts and connect and speak to people within, right? You are now allowing through your thoughts, through thought transmission, to have anything at all show up in your reality. Anything. Speak to your own body. Speak to your body and tell your body, thank you for being very healthy. Thank you for having energy. Thank you for keeping you safe and well. Thank you for losing weight. Thank you for giving you a long life. Guys, thought transmission is basically the law of the universe. It is the law. It is the energy within the subconscious, right? It is the energy connecting you to experiences. So your thoughts are always overheard by everything in your reality. Speak lovingly to your house and to your car. Speak lovingly, speak in a positive way, speak in a way with confidence and power and strength within, and speak to yourself to build that confidence and strength and power within. So I would recommend reading Neville. Neville talks a lot about thought transmission. Joseph Murphy, let's see, I also have this book out. I read it on and off a lot, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. An excellent read on our thoughts, thought transmission. And then, of course, I really love this little book, Thought Vibration, The Law of Attraction in the Thought World by William Walker Atkinson. It was published many years ago. But guys, thought transmission is real. It is energy. Science, quantum mechanics is discovering more and more all the time how the universe really operates. It's through this energy within. You are directing it. You are in control of it. And it's really amazing. It is through your thoughts that you consciously are choosing to think about that is shaping your reality. So stay aware, right? Pay attention to those thoughts and begin to really remind yourself these thoughts are powerful and connecting continuously to outcomes, to versions of people based on my thoughts. So I hope that this is really helpful and beneficial, and you are so built up now about thought transmission. Continue to study and grow in this area because it is amazing. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the video next week. Bye.